Hey there, what's up, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Sea Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 23 of my top 30 Southern Rock album countdown that we're doing all throughout the month of June. 30 days of June, my top 30 albums in the Southern Rock genre, subgenre, whatever you want to call it. And today's pick, another good one from a band. This is the first appearance of this band, won't be the last. I can guarantee you that. Of this particular group in my countdown, released August of 1973 for Capricorn Records, produced by Johnny Sandlin and the band themselves. I'm talking about Brothers and Sisters from the Allman Brothers Band. Right? Let's get that. Yeah, it's so light there, right? There's the cute little girl in the back. So this is an interesting album from this band because this is, for the most part, this is the album that came after the kind of double-pronged tragedy that the Allmans suffered, right? So we had Duane Allman, their founding member and guitar phenom, who was snuffed out in that motorcycle accident a year plus before this album came out. That was during the recording of the Eat a Peach album. And then, of course, we had like a year later, you had their founding bass player, Barry Oakley, also died in a motorcycle accident pretty much on the same stretch of highway, I believe, or fairly close to it. So tragic. So lost two founding members and, a critical album for the band. They could have kind of succumbed to all of this tragedy and just gone by the wayside, but they decided to soldier on with Dickie Betts, their second guitar player, now lead guitarist and main guy in the band, carrying on lead guitars and vocals as well on this album for the first time, with Greg Allman, right, other founding member and brother of the late Duane, also doing Hammond organ, keyboards, and vocals, although Dickie really kind of picking up the slack here on this particular album. This is more like a Dickie run album. It's very different from the couple albums that came before it. You've also got, Barry does, they did get a little bit of his bass on this album. You got, of course, Mr. Jai Johanny Johansson on drums and percussion. You got Butch Trucks. I was going to say Butch Jones. No, Butch Trucks on drums and percussion. Chuck Leavell on piano on this album. Lamar Williams helping out with bass. And also you got Les Dudek, the great Les Dudek, playing a little co-lead guitar on Ramblin' Man as well as some acoustic guitar on Jessica. Tommy Talton also helping out with some acoustic guitar on this particular album. So, a very short album. Not a lot of tunes on here. You got 7 tracks in all. You got the great, very Allmans-ish rocker Wasted Words kicking things off. Such a underrated track, I think, in the history of the Allman Brothers music. Then you got Ramblin' Man, which is this kind of country-ish, very rootsy pop song, which would be one of the great Dickie Betts songs, of course, in the history of all the stuff that he's ever done. So Wasted Words written by Greg, Ramblin' Man written by Dickie. You got Come and Go Blues comes up next. The Allman Brothers were a great blues band at their core, right? They could do blues, they could do bits of jazz. Come and Go Blues, excellent. Then you got their version of Jelly Jelly. All right. Then over on side 2, you got the wonderful Southbound. All of side 2 is all Dickie Betts. Southbound is just a great song. What a great groove. It's kind of funky, kind of bluesy, right? Then you got the amazing Jessica. One of the great kind of southern country rock instrumentals of all time. Just builds and builds and builds with some just incendiary melodic lead guitar soloing from Dickie Betts. If you didn't think Dickie was the real deal before this album, well, he absolutely is. And then, of course, you got the very rootsy Pony Boy kind of finishing up the album. So, not a long album by any means. Barely 35 minutes, maybe something like that. So pretty short, but short and to the point, and excellent. Again, less of the more kind of late 60s, early 70s psychedelic blues rock stuff as we saw on the Allman Brothers Band and Out of Wild South and certainly parts of Eat a Peach. This is definitely more, has that kind of rootsy kind of country rock approach because that's, Dickie was really into that, right? Great album. It's another million seller for the band and just really, really good stuff here. Probably the last truly great album from them in the 70s. They would release a bunch more later on in the 70s into the early 80s, which, kind of really spotty. For me, I don't think the Allmans really picked back up again with releasing truly outstanding releases till the Reunion and the Seven Turns album as we moved into the 90s. And then every release that they put out after that was absolutely stellar and stacks up really well with those first 4 studio records. So, and Eat a Peach, half studio, half live. But Brothers and Sisters is my pick number 23 here on my top 30 Southern Rock album countdown. Stay tuned for another one tomorrow as we move on to pick number 22. But down in the comments, let us know what you think about this one, as well as your pick, your number 23, as we count down our top 30 Southern Rock albums together. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Stay tuned. Coming up, lots more stuff happening here on the channel, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content we post, and we post pretty often every day. We got stuff going on all the time here on the Sea, and we also have links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. All sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility, new shirts and styles and hats and caps and hoodies and all that sort of thing. So please go check that out and consider getting something to wear proudly and show around and spread the word of the Sea of Tranquility. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another album pick in my top 30 Southern Rock album countdown. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good rest of the day, everybody. See you real soon. Bye-bye.